Have you ever found yourself worrying about something that hasn't happened yet, or stressing over something that might happen in the future? Perhaps you felt anxious about an upcoming test or job interview, even though it's still days away. If so, you're not alone. Many of us are prone to suffer from imaginary fears and anxieties that are often worse than the reality. This is precisely what Seneca, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, meant when he said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." He believed that many of the things we fear and worry about never actually happen, and even when they do, they're often not as bad as we anticipated. For Seneca, the key to overcoming these imaginary fears is to recognize that they're not based on reality. He urged us to confront our fears and examine them closely, asking ourselves whether they're truly worth worrying about. In doing so, we can begin to develop a more realistic and rational perspective on our fears, seeing them for what they truly are: illusions that we create in our minds. Seneca believed that by acknowledging the difference between reality and our imaginations, we can cultivate a more resilient mindset. He encouraged us to practice negative visualization, a technique in which we imagine the worst-case scenarios and prepare ourselves for them. In this way, we can build up our emotional resilience and become better equipped to deal with whatever life throws our way. However, it's important to remember that this doesn't mean we should ignore our fears altogether. Instead, we should strive to develop a balanced perspective on them. For example, if you're worried about an upcoming test, rather than ignoring the fear, acknowledge it and take steps to prepare yourself. Use the fear as a motivator,